It was a day like any other day. Except this wasn't an ordinary day, it was a Ray day. A Rayman day, if you will.
It was just like an ordinary day, but this isn't an ordinary day on Earth. It's an ordinary day in Rayman's world.
Rayman's world.
We're gonna have to take a rate check.
Yeah. Speaking of taking rate checks, unfortunately, Sam will not be joining us for the remainder of the commentary. She decided to stick back to the Pink Plant Woods and drink plum juice all day.
Well, hopefully she doesn't get drunk from it.
We're gonna do our best to help and see if we can amend those like technical difficulties later. For now,
Somewhere down the road.
I'm gonna be trying my best to not die and go insane in the next 2 worlds, hopefully. So first off, we're going into Blue Mountains.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
He says as he was tossed off a cliff.
Oh, wait a minute, I can just fly. And he does his helicopter hair.
So you may be wondering, what is so blue about these mountains?
Yeah, they look more purple than blue.
Right?
I mean, there's still a blue night sky in the back, with a whole bunch of frilly things pretending to be the Aurora Borealis.
Frilly things!
I think it's a cute idea of it. Oh, right, spikes.
So thinking back on it, I guess I kind of to allude to a slight nitpick I did have with the Redemption is that again, you do sort of miss out on being able to earn all of Rayman's powers naturally, like being able to run or to use it, make a chopper out of his hair, and I think you get the most out of that the moment you actually do finish Bandland, because that's around the time where you do get the chopper hair.
All right.
It is also wild to think about that. Yeah, it wasn't until here that you got the chopper hair, and for a while you did not just be able to run normally.
Oh yeah, no, like again, that's all stuff you had to earn first. And again, I do think there is a very strong sense of satisfaction of being able to have all this stuff right from the get-go when starting a new game. And I mean, honestly, I know I'm kind of a broken record at this point. I do think whatever nitpicks I do have with Redemption, it is still a fantastic game that is worth any Rayman fan's time, or any 2D platformer's time.
Right?
Even we get sniped by little stone children.
Only in Rayman's world.
But yeah, all the same, I do still think there is merit in trying out the original Rayman. At least get as far as you can, just to see where this boy got his roots, and then appreciate how much what got fixed with this fan game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I still need to eventually get back to playing Redemption, because, I don't think I've even finished it yet. I think I got about as far as... I think I got to Bandland, but I don't know if I beat it.
Do you remember how far in you got to Bandland?
No. It's been that long since I played it.
Dang. Well, then I dare say, my man, you probably deserve a do-over.
I probably do indeed.
You deserve a redemption.
I do indeed.
Right.
Well, I mean, funny thing, at the time of recording, I already went through a redemption of my own in some way.
That is true. Not so much with a Rayman, but a Batman.
Yeah, you did.
A man regardless, but yeah.
Yes, man!
Oh, you know what? You know how how Man is like a Batman meme where it's just like Batman but with his ears torn off and a bunch of other things? Imagine if Rayman had his own Man.
I mean, technically he did. Let's not forget the age-old Rayman 2 commercial. This is Rayman. This is a man named Ray.
I mean, that's fair. I just mean a more genuine man, where it's Rayman but without the hair. He can't do helicopter hair. Probably can't do the telescopic fist. Just plain vanilla man.
You know what? I'd rather take that over the creepypasta I've seen of Rayman 1 Rayman without his nose.
She had no nose?
Yes, and it's as disturbing as you think it is.
I realized I just had a cloud!
Oops.
Oops.
You don't move.
It's when Astrobot does it, it's cute, but when someone else does it, it's just an abomination.
You know what? I'm gonna look it up.
Go for it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't help here because you still got Rayman's face. It's just Rayman's face without the nose. It's like if you took Mario and removed his mustache.
You know, that is fair. That is just as disgusting.
I can see what you mean by
Some things
that.
just aren't natural.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not as... I mean, you could argue it's not as, damaging as with Luigi, because we technically have seen a Luigi that doesn't have a stash before.
I am so done with that room. We're not even done with the stage.
Oh yeah, no, you still got a little ways to go.
Loop.
But
A
first,
very long ways to go.
A long ways down, you could say.
A long
Down,
ways to go.
down,
A long
down.
ways to go. Dear
No.
God in heaven, we got a long ways to go.
It should be said that I do sort of sympathize in that some of the enemy variety you do come across in Blue Mountain can be a bit of a pain.
It's a little step up in difficulty. Like, this is like this is meant to be the damn it. This is meant to be like, you know, your little wake up call before you get to Picture City.
Right.
Right.
Like, I mean, most especially whenever you see those, like, those larger, like, stone monuments that laugh at you whenever you hit them. They're kind of the case where you gotta be a little more reserved with your punches, because if you try to just whack on them, like, constantly, they're just gonna keep laughing it off.
Yeah, you gotta actually learn about charging your punches.
I mean, not even a matter of charging. You just gotta wait for them to stop laughing, and then punch them again.
And then, okay, nice.
They
These
just
ones are actually the nice ones.
Yeah, they're a case where you just can't bum rush it. So this is a case where you might have to
Oh,
bum rush
we gotta
because Mr. Stone is right on your ass.
get away from him.
You know what?
He's right.
That motherfucker
the-
owes me that motherfucker owes me $20.
No, that's an alternate universe. But you know what? I'm seeing the Mr. Stone chasing you. I'm just reminded of that one mod. I don't know if it's like a mod of Redemption or just like a separate thing. But the Mr. Stone's Revenge, where it's just Blue Mountain, but it's just entirely spammed with a bunch of Mr. Stones.
Oh,
Are you
dear
serious?
Oh,
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
God. That just sounds mean.
Also, yeah, you're gonna be thinking to yourself, I wonder if I can go back, actually. Nah, let's not risk it. You actually may be wondering to yourself, not wondering to yourself, Jesus, I just did it. You're gonna be thinking to yourself, if you took that health power upgrade like I did in the first session to make those power up, you know, P point thingies give me more health.
Yeah, especially now.
Because,
Oh, hold on, there's something. Hey, you could have missed this.
cheeky. Freaking cheeky.
cheeky game mechanic.
Also, be mindful because some of these rocks do hold items as well.
Oh, boy.
Though, of course, you also got to be mindful of Mr. Stone.
Yep, he does not stop chasing you.
Run, boy, run!
He's not a boy, he's a man.
Of the classic Rayman, like, you know, Mook gallery, I guess, of bosses, which would you say is your favorite?
I mean, Mosquito/Visit is pretty memorable in his own right, if only because you actually see him more than once.
Oh.
Though
I
I
agree
guess
there.
other than that, I always had a bit of a soft spot for Mr. Stone, if only because it's so weird because they treat him as his own entity, but he kind of just looks like a mock of Mr. Dark.
Yeah, I can see that.
A smidge, yeah.
It's mostly the stone on his head that resembles his hat.
I like
Yeah.
Mr. Stone. I'm actually gonna say Scops. I actually think he'd be, if they do decide to bring him back, he'd make for a really fun boss in a modern Rayman game.
I can agree with that.
I'm in the same way with Mr. Scops. And I also
That's the
generally
thing,
like
Yeah.
his,
it's awesome.
and I also generally just do like his design, like throughout
yeah.
He's
the
cool.
bosses. And funny enough, when some of the Rayman people did a Rayman 1 character collab art thing, I was the one that actually did Mr. Scops.
Ooh,
Nice.
I actually haven't seen that. Although, speaking of artist stuff, did you guys see the forgive me for forgetting names, I'm not that smart. The artist behind Rayman's redesign and Sparks of Hope, he actually did his own take on Mr. Scops as well.
I need to look at that up. I need to look that up.
I forget his name, but yes, I have seen it. It's got just the right amount of edges to it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And he does,
That's fair.
and it did help to really make the art, like the art direction in Sparks of Hope pop, especially for that campaign.
Jeez.
I have a feeling I just missed something back there, but I don't know yet.
Don't think too hard on it.
You know,
But yeah, Doug, welcome to Rayman becoming a freaking bullet hell suddenly.
but don't you worry, Buster. I definitely remember this.
This is what we deserve for being allowed to have all of our powers right from the get-go.
You know, I'll put my design of I'll just put my drawing of Mr. Scops in the chat. I
Okay.
did this like over freaking 3 years ago at the time of this.
Let's see
Let's
this.
see.
Oh, sick.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely a bit of a challenge of mainly with his whole body.
Actually,
I'll leave
thinking
that
about it, I think a more underappreciated of Rayman's bosses, Rayman 1 bosses mainly, is Space Mama.
Right.
Oh, Space Mama's fine.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Space Mama.
I mean,
Space Mama's fine.
considering her whole theme, or rather her whole, like...
Shtick.
Yeah, her whole shtick, I think it's kind of cool in a way. Just the fact that you are literally facing a theater actor.
Dear Lord,
really
imagine
cool.
if Space Mama was given the Origins redesign.
Oh God.
I'm actually surprised that they never had any sort of like nod to her. Give it in the Phantom DLC.
In the fam show?
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because it's like I've noticed they're like somewhat selective of like a lot of the representation that the references have in there. Like, there is definitely a lot of Rayman 1 stuff in there, but I feel like there's definitely a lot more nods to. Oh!
I overshot it! You maniac! You burned it up!
Missed it!
Alright, well, I gotta get back there now, so hold on.
But yeah, no, as Hype was saying, they do get a little selective with how they reference, Rayman's, cast of characters. Like, it's kind of, there's something oddly funny about how you not only have Rayman in this whole DLC, but you also get they still acknowledge Glowbox through like a whole like paper cutout, and also in song, and also Mr. Dark. I noticed, which that's the last thing I expected to hear in a Mario game.
Yeah, the fact that they reference Mr. Dark, and I don't know if it's in the game proper, but I have seen concept art of it. Apparently, there's also some cutouts of the Robo Pirates.
Yeah, there is.
That's it.
Yeah, I heard about that. I know there's also another thing I'm
And let's not forget that Rayman made it to the whole the Phantom's whole
place in a rocket barrel, in a rocket
Well, it's a
legs
flying
thing.
shell.
Yeah, it was through a flying
shell
shell. The same ones from Rayman 2, which controlled like ass.
Yep, and we need like horses for some reason.
No.
Okay, let's try this again. Again, this is tricky because the red rings drift after a while, and
They've taken enough of a beating.
okay. And we'll go over here. Just get out here.
Whoop.
I see the chest. I don't care.
Man.
I survived.
Where's he going?
It's a good thing you have invincibility frames during that victory animation, because imagine
I need
being
something to-
interrupted in mid-victory by those stabbings.
Right, I need something to drink. I'll be right back. Talk about
Okay.
that. Talk about that really cool. I still think really cool. That really cool Mr. Dark design from that mobile game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the one from Rayman Mini?
I mean, yeah, no, it looks really freaking sick, and I'm so sad that that's where it was relegated to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even properly find him. He's more like along the lines of a mission giver more than anything, which doesn't feel quite right.
Well, you know what? Apparently, I feel like in the case they kind of have to do this, considering where Ubisoft's currently at nowadays. Considering we are allegedly getting more than one Rayman game in the future, maybe they could potentially revitalize that Mr. Dark design for one of them.
I can already see that limbless monkey's paw curling right now.
15 minutes later.
Shadow, you're not gonna believe this! I found the computer room, but all the computers are running on Windows 98!
Oh God.
You know what? I think we are kind of overdue for late night shenanigans with recordings. I think the last time we ever really did something like this was when we did Sly 2, and we just brainstormed their respective childhoods of
Oh my
Bentley and
gosh!
Murray.
Finally found a
Oh,
drink.
there you are.
Logan, you're back! I got a drink too.
What happened to your drinking problem? We told you to stop it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say right now, you're gonna have a blast and a half when you edit this.
Oh no.
A lot happened while you were gone.
Yeah.
Well, these birds are. Rayman doesn't know what to say about these birds, I guess.
I mean, listen, they're just having their own moment. Don't go dribbling your own body in front of them. That's rude.
Yeah, Logan. After all the drinking you just did, you can't exert your body around that much.
Always alert. Rayman knows when to throw his body around. Throw his weight around.
Confound it.
But yeah, Logan, I guess we were joking about it, but I guess at this point I'm just kind of genuinely curious more than anything. What did you get to drink while you were gone?
Oh, just one of those sparkling ice. Had to crack open a new case. They're these sparkling ice drinks, but they're oh my god, they're drinks based on Starburst flavors.
Oh, that sounds nice, actually.
Interesting.
So like, and they taste honestly pretty close to how the Starbursts taste. Like, even the
So you're literally drinking candy.
It's not called like that. I mean, it's still like there's 0 calories, there's 0 sugars, and I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm supposed to get up to that present up there.
There might be another there might be another like invisible flashy you need to hover over in order to activate that.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this one might revolve around you. Just keep going. I think you'll find the pathway you need to reach that along the way.
Oh, you know what? I'm sure they're gonna do something where like I'll be on this side of the wall and they'll be like, "Hey, go back here, dum dum. We just saw something."
No,
Yeah,
actually, there's a treasure mark right there.
Yes. I don't think they did anything.
I didn't hear the sound, unless.
Careful, Logan. You just drink a lot.
I hate this game.
Again, just keep moving along. Something will happen.
I just like how this game handles its secrets.
Though sadly, we just passed Blue Mountain.
We did what?
Just forget it.
All right, along.
You know, in the grand scheme of things, Glowbox would be the Fozzie Bear.
Yeah.
He absolutely would.
I mean, he already has the mouth of a Muppet.
He really does. Both him, his wife, and all 800 other children.
Exactly.
I want to ask you, Logan, because this is something that we talked about while you were gone. And again, I'm very curious, like, how much, if any, of all that you're going to be keeping. But a conversation that we were having, aside from Rayman, have you had any experience playing any other of the Ubisoft's IPs?
I mean, played a little bit of I mean, Tomb Raider back in the day, of course.
That's not Ubisoft.
You dirty bastard.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's Eidos.
Sorry. So you dirty bastard. I played a little bit of Beyond Good and Evil. There we go. What else? Then there was a little bit of Assassin's Creed.
Do you remember if it was a specific creed?
Yeah, 2, Brotherhood, and a little bit of Black Flag. Black Flag is on our own.
Oh, yeah, you know, the one with Uncle Mario.
It's me,
Mario. Uncle Mario.
Uncle Mario. They're actually really solid.
I have no doubt that the early Assassin's Creed games are fantastic in their own right. It's just all the later ones that have earned its stigma.
Agreed. No, the people who originally made the series what it is are definitely not there. Gosh, grab the. Oh my god!
You got this, Rayman.
Yeah, right. So you see like where the game's like difficulty kind of came into the picture.
Yeah, it just helped. Though, look on the bright side. You're working with a fairly flexible Rayman here.
And a very generous Infinite Lives.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Though I will admit, I've actually been doing doing a new run on my own time as well, and I decided to do it on Classic. It's actually surprising how many lives I was able to stock up till this point.
Oh,
How do
really?
you get lives besides finding the treasures? Is it just like...
Aside from the 1-ups, I think you get them for every 100 tings. I
Sounds
think.
about right.
I could be wrong about that, but I think that's how you also get them. But even then, it does help in Redemption's case that 1-ups do respawn, unlike the original.
Oh, that actually is handy. So you just keep grabbing the same one.
So you can grind if you want to.
Right, well, I believe the present stays, so we're just gonna gun it forward.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it.
I think that is actually one thing I do appreciate about the game is that that pretty much every collectible saves even after you've acquired it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they even let you know, like on the pause when you're about to leave the level, you'll get to keep whatever you've uncovered so far.
Oh, and that actually is very handy. That actually is very handy that they you can do that, because then you can like it makes cleanup that much nicer, because then you can
Almost got it.
I think you have to charge it.
You can't charge him midair.
That's lame.
I think worst case scenario, you would have to come back with a level 1 speed fist. Or you can just do it that way. You just say fuck it. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter considering that once you grab that one-up statue, all your health is refilled as well.
That is also true. This doesn't look dangerous.
Not at all.
Okay,
so
maybe
what
it's
is this?
dangerous.
Maybe a little dangerous.
Maybe a little bit afraid.
Okay, now it's really dangerous.
That's just a couple of rocks. I can handle a bit of rocks. And that little guy, he's dumb.
What is he, stupid?
That's Mr. Stupid of the Mountain. Ow.
Mr. Stupid of the Mountain.
Mr. Stupid of the Mountain.
Man,
see how much more credibility that gives you when you just add of the mountain behind it?
You know, you just saying Mr. Stupid. That's a film that, like, I remember, like, a faint memory of my childhood. I saw my folks renting it once. It was either my folks or maybe my cousin or whatnot. Like, a movie that I probably should give a chance eventually, even if I know it's bad. The Stupids.
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of the Stupids. Why is it called that?
So, it started off as a series of children's books in, like, I think the 70s, I think. I might be wrong on that. It eventually got a film adaptation in the 90s, and let's just say that it certainly lives up to the title of Stupid.
So it was very much a product of every other adaptation of the 90s.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of freaking, I think there's something, okay, let's...
Like, the best way I could
way or not, I can't
sorry.
tell. I'm gonna assume that this is the wrong way that leads to more goodies. Continue.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But yeah, as far as, like, the Stupids go, like, the best way I could describe
wait,
it...
go back.
Oh, yeah, there's something up
I
there.
was just getting some tings.
It's like
Continue,
the best...
though, about the Stupids.
So the best way I could describe it is that, you guys have seen Dumb and Dumber, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like...
Sadly, and honestly, I've mostly heard about it through osmosis, but I've never seen the movie myself.
No worries, but basically with Dumb and Dumber, like, you know how, like, a lot of the humor with Dumb and Dumber just comes from the fact that, like, you know, obviously you have these two rock-stupid protagonists, but a lot of the humor comes from, like, how everyone around them is just a normal person just reacting to their stupidity. Imagine that, except everyone is just as stupid as the Stupids.
Oh. So kind of like Police Squad.
You know, sure, why not? I say that as someone that, like, I don't really remember a lot of Police Squad.
Aw.
We need to show you Police Squad sometime.
Was he there with us when we were doing that Police Squad marathon?
I think he was there for bits of the Naked Gun, maybe, or if not, no, I think I'm being serious. Hype. It's not quite as slapsticky, but if you enjoyed Hundreds of Beavers, which I know you did,
Right.
You would enjoy Police Squad.
Oh, I don't doubt it, but I just don't remember seeing a lot of it. Like, I know I should eventually because I love Leslie Nielsen. Like, I think he's a very underappreciated actor.
Hell, I'll just be perfectly honest. Like, I remember when we were doing that marathon, and not just the short-lived show, but also, you know, the Naked Gun movies. And I think the Naked Gun movies themselves are fun. A part of me does kind of like the Police Squad TV show a little bit more, and that's mostly just because, unlike the movies, kind of like in the same way what Hype was saying regarding that movie, everyone in the world is just as stupid as actually, it's like, Leslie Nielsen's character is like...
Lieutenant Drebin.
Yeah, Lieutenant Drebin is like the straight man in an otherwise stupid world.
Right.
Right. Whereas the movie actually kind of flips it.
Yeah. And I mean that does lead to its own fun, you know, moments because, you know, there's still some semblances of the original show's charm in it and whatnot, but it's also like
But I agree.
you still got plenty of other characters that are much like he's kind of the stupid man compared to everyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
Just in general, I really should probably give more...
Oh.
Like, I say I really like him as an actor, but I really should try to watch more of, like, Leslie Nielsen's films. Like, the only films I remember seeing from beginning to end that have him in it are the stupid Mr. Magoo movie, and another movie that he was in called Wrongly Accused.
I want that!
Oh, if you grab that, you're gonna make Visit look sick.
I'm gonna get it, though.
Okay.
Now that I know what to go for.
Yeah, I think it's around this point now where they start bringing out all the alternate skins for Visit. And there you go. Funnily enough, you can actually put that on now if you want to.
Well, you can put on all the skins if you want to.
Yep, whether it be him or even Rayman. Unfortunately, you don't got shit for Rayman right now.
That's right, you didn't bother buying any.
What'd you get from a store? Jack and shit.
Jack and shit.
It is nice that you can just put on the skins like instantaneously like that.
Oh yeah, that's appreciated. You feeling okay there, buddy?
I am doing alright. Health? Health? Give me that.
I think I had a little too much plum juice, Rayman.
Okay, can we get rid of the projectile on screen? I don't like that it is moving at the exact same speed that I am, and thus will never go away.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you just have to weigh it out.
They just want to listen. They're just eating up the scenery.
There you go.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh.
How do they propel?
By jet propulsion.
What? What jet?
Yes.
Jet of
Check.
imagination.
Only in Rayman's world.
That's filled with
Experiment.
imagination.
Mr. Stone's Peaks.
Ah,
Okay.
now we come to the guitarist.
Hey, man.
I've had enough of these rock monsters terrorizing us. Now they stole my guitar. I know they hid inside one of those rocks, but I'm too weak to break them open myself. Want to help a man out.
Okay, dude.
Man,
Man.
Is it randomized which one of them has the guitar?
Possibly.
I think so, unless it's this one.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, I think you have to break a certain amount of rocks in order for it to pop out.
Oh, yeah, because we're going to actually get a really useful power-up here.
Because I was actually just playing this level not that long ago, and I think the guitar was in the in rock bottom.
Ha, so it must be just, yeah, the last one you hit. And there we
There
go.
you go.
Oh, an actual rock.
An actual rock and roll guitar made out of
Hey,
rocks.
what you got to think about that, man?
Thanks, Rayman, baby. Here's a special potion for you. Keep holding the jump button in the air to fly.
So, straight up, we got ourselves a pretty massive upgrade for this and a couple other situational stages. Infinite hover.
Thank you.
Infinite chopper hair. Fun for the whole family.
Yay.
And it's Konkani colored.
Basically now straight up does kind of control a bit like the game Helicopter now, so be mindful, but also allows us to do this, which I'm glad that they give you this to show it off, because in the original game I don't believe they ever showed you how to do this until your life depended on it.
Yeah, no, like there's a sequence we'll be coming up to later where you are literally at the risk of being drowned, and the only way to escape that fate is to cut two ropes that are hanging you down.
Yeah. Also, as you're noticing there, need to be a little careful though, because with this new flight, I cannot defend myself.
No, but you
If I try to punch, I lose. I drop.
Yep, though you can also use that as a means to instantly drop your hovering powers, assuming you need to just do it right then and there.
That is fair. Come on.
Sometimes it helps to take the good with the bad.
Oh, no. You tried to
Hold on, I
bite
can
your
repeat down
Raymans.
here. Oh,
I saw that!
What?
I know, but it's mine now. Damn it, just get over. So what else? Suddenly the visuals of these caves and like that cool like Aurora Veil and stuff. Look at you looking so smug.
Get
I
out of
don't
here.
think you actually had a chance against me.
Is that I'm kind of now like in the mood, and I hope they could do something for it. Is I'm kind of like, I would love if somebody gave this kind of like love and like care to an Astral like fan remake or fan like.
Dude,
Man.
I would love that so much. Like, I know it's kind of just... It's a pipe dream at this point, but I wouldn't mind... Like, kind of with... Given that Sega has their whole, like, initiative of bringing back long-dormant, like, IPs and whatnot, a part of me does still wonder if maybe they'll give that kind of same love. Like, what they've been doing with, like, Shinobi and Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio and all that.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they did something similar, like, give us, like, a new... like a new Rise Star or a new Astral, or heck, even give us something a little more, like maybe even something even a little more obscure than that.
You know what I'm
Well, I
kind
know
of
that we're.
surprised
Oh
by?
my gosh.
Like, considering the indie scene is full of, like, unabashed, but still, passion-filled homages to a bunch of older games and whatnot. Like you have your Ape Escape tributes, you have your, the games like that. I'm surprised not a single one of them has tried to make one of those for a stall.
Not yet, anyway. I mean, I guess it just comes down to the fact that, like, there aren't... But it's
tricky because it's like, being honest, it's hard for me to think of, like, any one thing that's, like, a stall's, like, main, like, gimmick.
Appeal.
Like, well, not even appeal, just, like, his, like, main gimmick. Like, he grabs and throws people, but I can think of a lot of character protagonists that also do something similar. I am not
He can
gonna
grab and throw
that.
people.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, he can literally do a big bad wolf and just puff and blow away all the enemies like in front of him and just... Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, like when you think about his abilities and the capabilities in the grand scheme of things, he's not that terribly different from most other protagonists out there.
But I think it's the presentation, like the sprites, like the zoom and scale and...
Right. It's mostly down to its like production values.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like they could be more than enough, because, like, let's be honest, like, if we can get a tribute game to, like, the Devil Named CDI games of all things, I don't see why we can't get one for a stall.
That would be nice. Man, that really would be nice. But, again, time will tell. I mean, there's just a lot that, we could really do within the current gaming landscape. And, I mean, it also helps, too, that we're kind of reaching a point now where, with the right amount of charisma and effort, you can find people just coming up with some of the most insane shit ever, whether it be like indie or heck, maybe even something based off in a long dormant or an established IP. Like again, to bring up Samurai Pizza Cats.
Right, that is still like, you know what? I mean, this is gonna be like a beat for session regardless.
Oh, actually, Logan, you don't want to do this just yet. Keep going up because I do believe there's a certain thing that'll pop up around here where a fairy will pop up.
Don't forget the cage.
Yeah, don't forget the cage. It's always nice.
I
But yeah, I think it's somewhere. It's just before the entranceway down there.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh,
Ooh.
sheesh, thank you.
But
You're welcome.
But anyway, I guess I want to ask, because, like, I know of their existence, but I don't know, like, a whole lot about them, like, not even their premise and whatnot. But since they have, like, that game coming out soon, I guess now is a good time as ever to be, like, briefed on their history. What is Samurai Pizza Cats?
So the most I immediately know of the series, because I'm honestly not that much more familiar about it than you are, most I've learned is through osmosis, is, like, it was an old anime released in the early, like, in the late 80s or early 90s, made by Tatsunoko, which eventually, when it got its English dub, kind of ran into a situation where the English dubbers, I believe it was
Saban, yeah,
were forced to ad-lib it.
Oh.
And it ended up turning into a surprisingly much more interesting product than what the original anime was.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god, get me out of here!
It is neat that you said, like, it was Tatsunoko that made it, because now that just makes me realize, first off, how come they never got represented in Tatsunoko versus Capcom?
I think there was a...
I think the leader of the Pizza Cats did actually get, or someone wearing like an outfit of his did.
Okay, because I don't remember if any of them were at the very least playable or not.
I think they were considered. I just don't know what the reason was that they didn't get included.
That just reminds me of, like... It just reminds me of, like, how they revealed that, like, they did try to get Phoenix Wright playable in Tatsunoko, and I think they had their idea was that, like, he was always going to be at his desk, and he would, like, attack from his desk and even attack with his desk.
Just throw the desk right at him. Fight the virus!
Fight the virus!
But yeah, like, obviously that was before...
Why fight the virus?
Yeah, what virus?
So, if I'm not mistaken... The funny thing is that the timing of this fan game's release was right when, COVID happened, and I always thought to myself, is this supposed to be a whole callback to that? Actually, no. It's kind of a pure coincidence in both the best and worst ways. What it's actually referring to is actually is probably one of Rayman's original stories before we got the one we ended up getting, where he was originally supposed to be a boy named Jimmy, and he turns into Rayman, and he turns Rayman by going into this virtual world that's... Basically, you're trying to fight a whole virus inside this computer space.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember the whole specifics of it, but all I remember is that there was a boy named Jimmy involved, and that there was a computer, like, there's a whole computer program and the virus, and you had to go inside the program itself, and turn into this epic character that we now know as Rayman.
Wasn't that also
to think
something
to think that Rayman could... Oh, good, sorry.
I was about to say, wasn't that also something they considered for one of the many various attempts that they had at Rayman 4?
I don't recall. I don't think so.
But yeah, just like there's that, and I'll get back to you in a second, Logan. But that also just reminds me of like one of the early versions of like a 3D Pac-Man that they had before they settled on Pac-Man World.
I knew it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, Hype. Pac-Man Ghost Zone, which was pretty much the first, like, the very first version of what would eventually become Pac-Man World, where it went for more of a Tomb Raider-like approach, and I think you can already see the problem right there. And it was going to involve another boy who ended up being sucked into the Pac-Man arcade machine by a malevolent force that was, you know, just like it's the typical ghost monsters and their leader of the week at the time, just being
Captain
all petty
N.
that nobody was playing the Pac-Man game anymore. So as revenge, they just took the next schmuck they saw on the screen and just sucked him right in.
Yeah. Man,
Gotta be
try
careful
to
of the ice
imagine.
on the hill.
Try to imagine a timeline where they just stay dedicated to that instead of giving us Pac-Man World.
Yeah, that would have been interesting, but also would have been a very short-lived, time. It would have been a very short-lived, change of genre for Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to think.
You mean not too dissimilar to the change in genre they're about to give him now?
Oh yeah, with Shadow Labyrinth.
Gosh, it's gonna be
I'm
wild.
still curious to see how that's going to turn out in the long run, because it looks like it's going to be a fun enough Metroidvania, but it's just how far are they going to go with it?
I forget.
know.
Did they confirm if that has a release date or not?
I think it's going to be released this summer.
Oh, no.
And that's more or less all I know.
I'm safe down here. Where was I
Safe.
going with this? Oh, no. But yeah, earlier, the original plot of a Rayman, and I was like, wow, the fact that Rayman was almost the first ever Freakazoid game.
Yeah. You know what? I'd consider that more of a coincidence than anything, considering both Rayman and Freakazoid came out roughly around the same time.
No kidding. All right, here we go.
Mr. Stone!
It's Mr. Stone. It's so cool. All right, here's how this is gonna go. Well, don't do that. Probably best to crouch.
And you already missed your chance, Logan. You're actually supposed to hit him when he has a rock in his hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to wait till afterwards, but okay, fair enough. So hit him when he has the good rock in his hands. Crouch.
There you go.
Yeah, hit him.
Okay.
There you go.
And
now,
bop!
there you go. And now he's going to get pissy at you.
Yeah,
I
basically
see.
just rinse and repeat.
Yep, lather, rinse, repeat, and mind the occasional children he calls out. But, otherwise, I'm trying to remember, we were also talking, going back to the whole Pizza Cats topic we were talking about earlier. All I know for certain is that, again, that whole show, when it came to the US, like, they didn't have all the audio, so what ended up happening is that they just ad-libbed it. So, kind of before we eventually got, the Ghost Story anime dub that we got Samurai Pizza Cats.
But it was, of course, more. It was more childlike. It was more like child friendly, and
I would imagine so, considering all the stuff that the Ghost Stories got away with.
Oh, yeah.
but yeah,
Kind of funny in
otherwise,
retrospect, considering I believe the original Ghost Stories anime itself, I think, was child friendly. But then you get the English dub, and it's like so much raunchier.
so not that. Yeah. Oh, whoa, okay. Whoa,
If
my
your
gosh.
weeb friends ever tell you that dubs are objectively terrible, show them that and look at and see how their expression changes.
It is genuinely one of my favorite dubs of all time because it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, to go back to where the topic was originally going to, it's like, again, just the fact that we live in this year of 2025 now, and we get the news that not only is Samurai Pizza Cats getting a brand new video game, it's also being done, like, the whole aesthetic of it is being done exactly like the original anime, right down to how it being all, like, cell animated and whatnot is pretty insane.
Honestly, yeah. Like I live for more like games trying to do stuff like that. Like honestly, like the only other comparison I could think of for something of that caliber is honestly what they did with Cuphead.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty much exactly like what happened with Cuphead, and I really do hope it does find itself being a similar success.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe
hoping.
give us more games like that based on other Tatsunoko IPs.
I know, but yeah, no, the fact they're going all out on it, getting as many of the dubs.
Hype, you know what that means, right?
Oh, what's up?
Oh,
Does that mean we should also expect a brand new Speed Racer?
I mean, why not? Give us a Speed Racer racing game.
That would actually be pretty crazy if they actually had an analog style like Speed Racer game, not unlike how we're. But yeah, like it's just cool, kind of cool that we come to a point now where we'll have something like this, and I hope once it's out, it's good.
Yep, same. Did not really grow up with it, but
The sad thing is, Logan, I think that whole show was before our time.
Dang. But I mean, it's clearly got a cult following for a reason, and I am otherwise, thank you. I'm otherwise happy that they can get something. What the hell?
Oops.
I thought there was more to it.
I just realized that you know what the amount of things you have right now is perfectly representative of your reaction there, and now it's gone.
Just yeah, okay, we're good.
Hurry, call 911. This poor man's been emotionally damaged.
Give me that. I got the cage. That's all that matters. We're just gonna. Oh my lord.
and now he's running reckless.
I could do this. There we go. Sheesh. Just run
Man,
past
we haven't even got to Picture City yet.
it.
Oops.
I'm worried about Picture City at this rate. Okay, here we go. Damn it. Get me up there. But yeah, no, I'm just I mean shit, dude. I mean, man. Just the fact that like I think that like I wish that other properties could get that same amount of like love and care for their. I just need to heal. It's gonna get that same amount of love and care.
Well, I mean, you could also bash on the gold cage and get more tangs.
Okay. I don't care about things that much. But I just I hope that other projects can get that same amount of like love and like
effort, and also just the
appreciation
right amount of time needed to make it work.
Yeah.
For their you mean to tell me that Samurai Pizza Cats got more for its 35th anniversary than Metroid?
Oh, hey, buddy! Don't forget we're also getting Metroid Prime Beyond soon.
And also, to be
hoping
fair, at least we've had Metroid stuff leading up to this point. Whereas with Samurai Pizza Cats, this is like their first thing in like decades.
And sorry. By 35th anniversary, I was saying that wasn't it Metroid's 35th anniversary that all we got was a freaking like Metroid like pinball like tips and tricks like post.
I think that was the 20th anniversary, wasn't it?
Probably.
Aww.
Dang, you could have used that extra support.
Right,
Look at that snow, Rayman. I just noticed that.
Yep.
It's a cute snow ray.
My butt.
My ass.
Shot through the heart, but who's to blame?
I should just punch them in the future. Jump over. Alright. That's how we do it.
There's still something funny to remember that every time Rayman dies in this game, he just separates into a whole bunch of Electoons, further proving, how Rayman's world works.
Yeah.
Yep. The tunes are everything. Come on. Alright, there's gotta be something down here.
They give
I knew it.
life. They give birth.
Fuck!
And they give death.
Speaking of which, let's answer great boys!
I love that. That freaking, like, they're so cowardly. Alright, let's see it sound this way.
It's so magical that they're even cowardly.
That's the whimsical natures that they're freaking, like, chicken shits.
Yes.
But it's wonderful because we colored them in such a pretty font.
They briefly ran away.
Oh,
They
there you
ran
go.
away. I decided to finally like not watch it, just not finally, my gosh. I think I already mentioned this, that I decided to with a friend attend the quote along screening of Holy Grail, and and it was then that I realized to myself that there's actually a lot more there's a lot more downtime than you think. Like some like between all the funny bits, sometimes there can be some like more like quiet moments or whatever. I just remember almost falling asleep. I feel so bad. Maybe it's because it was a late viewing, but I just remember almost falling asleep like before all like the funny bits, like the intermission or the But then you get to the knights who.
Really?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, good. Whew.
You get like to the knights who say "knee" and and like all the bits about a shrubbery and whatnot, and that goes on a little bit too long, I feel, and then. But then it finally picks up, and then you get to the freaking you get to the guardian bunny and whatnot.
By the rabbit.
There.
It is the rabbit.
It is the rabbit. But then suddenly the animator died of a heart attack.
One of these
Come on.
days I'll watch that movie.
I think it's very much you. I mean, there is also just the matter of fact that, like, I'm sure, those that have never seen the movie will get their mileage out of it in some way or fashion. But unless you've been, hanging out with people that quote that game, or living with people, or just know people that just have already quoted that whole movie to hell and back.
Or if you're an Ace Attorney fan.
That too.
There it is. Just power through it. Oh, God, you kidding me.
Oh, yikes.
Like, actually, I might be getting that wrong. Like, the whole, like, boot to the head thing, was that a Monty Python skit?
No, different skit.
Okay, never mind.
Different comedy troupe, but nonetheless a fun one. And again, the funny thing about the boot to the head was that the original we're just gunning it is that the original comedy troupe that did that bit actually commented and replied to the Ace Attorney one, loving the tribute that was done.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
And
yeah,
can't
let's
trick
just see
the
if you can
trickster.
Yeah, and then the snowball came in. It's like, psych.
Cover your heads, everyone.
Coming on a sign like, and look out below. I know there's a P thing. I just gotta get over to it.
Oh dang, that was a pretty impressive jump.
Sick, yeah.
Thank you, momentum.
Again, I should stress, if you ever run into those guys again, just, again, be patient, just whack them once, wait till they're done laughing, then whack them again to dismantle them for a bit.
Oh.
Oop.
Again, it's all a timing game.
Just get me out of here. Get
Oh, that was cool.
Get me out of this dead pit!
I always loved after Andy, like, panicked him. It's like, I'm always meant to. The heck?
Oh?
Oh, not you again.
Curses, you annoying little rat!
I was wondering how long it'd be until we saw you again.
You've already made this far and even defeated Mr. Stone! I was sure that big blockhead would crush you! Well, no matter. I won't let you reach the second tomb totem. I'll stop you right here.
Oh, jeez, he's got fireballs now.
How cute to make us believe that you're a threat.
Oh, wait. Oh, my.
Okay, so when he starts doing that, maybe it's time to appear.
And then pop until he's dizzy. Again, it's a cute enough idea for.
Then he throws that shit, and it's like, okay, yeah, now I can sort of see where you would start to be considered a threat. Cause,
Okay, he's no longer cute. He's no longer cute.
yeah, I mean, I'm already way late into saying this, but I never was a fan of the Molten Rocks.
Me neither. I feel like they break into way too many pieces.
Yeah.
But I think it's a cute enough idea for an original character the creator made as like a something to give the villain like some consistent presence.
Yeah, I'll say for what it's worth. I'd say Dark Toon has probably the most effort put into a fan-made creation in this whole game.
Again, like the fact that like it feels like he's added like, God damn it, it feels like he's added like almost like a entire game's worth of game on top of it, on top of just making it like a better experience to play overall. Alright, dodge over here. Stand.
Oh god. Oh, now it's one hit and a dream for the both of yous.
Okay.
Oh. And bam.
Yeah.
I'll get you next time for sure.
Hey, I was never worried. Go, Doctor.
And now we
Hey.
have access to our second Toon Totem.
A new Toon Totem, original for the game, along with another. Thank you for releasing us. We're springs. You jump on us and you jump really high up. Hang on.
Looks a little gross in retrospect now, considering these all are shaped like swirly worms.
A little bit, but yeah, basically just move towards them and you'll rapidly ascend. I'm not gonna do any backtracking for more treasures and stuff, but hey, look, and I also got the next medallion.
You somehow got it anyway. Nice work.
So, let me quickly pay visit to the shop, because I think I can get some more goodies. Thank you.
Let's see what you got.
Actually, I do want that, but I'm gonna need... but no, that's right, I said that actually was... that was schmuck bake for me, because it would, I guess, heck, I'll probably just...
I mean,
get
yeah,
some
no, otherwise
skins.
the only thing you got left to buy are the costumes.
So what skin
I like,
would you
I
like?
love... I like that one, and, let's make it look like, let's make it look like a little snack.
Ooh, delish.
Okay, back out. Let's equip our extras. Snack.
Bon appetit.
And heavy metal from Rayman 3.
Yeah.
Ah, the blue-haired Ray.
I enjoy the combat fatigues.
Same.
They were a fun gimmick.
I want that Rayman 3 remake.
I mean, hey, wish hard enough in one hand, you might still get it in the other.
Okay, because I'm insane, we're gonna go to Picture City.
Alright, to Picture City, which, yeah, it's, it's very picturesque, as the name implies. It also is home to probably some of the beefier challenges this game has to offer.
Oh yeah, and if you notice, I even changed my fist.
Oh yeah, it actually is a straight-up, spiked fist.
Yeah.
Oops.
No.
No!
That does make me wonder
No.
if you had gotten the shock rocket outfit, would his fist actually have changed into a rocket?
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe so, and I think
And
if you were to get the lockjaw, whenever you launch your fist, I think it is both the fist and your body are attached to a chain.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll
Love
show
that
it off.
detail.
I'll show it off a little bit later. I've just got hope, and then hope. So, yep, Picture City, the world of creativity and many, 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 many sharp things. So be wary of that.
Many.
For more inexperienced Rayman players, the first time you've probably seen this whole locale is if you ever tried out the Rayman Brain Games game, or Rayman Jr. if you live in Europe.
Assuming that's your
not
first
a
exposure
joke.
to Rayman.
I mean, imagine that, though. Man, imagine that for a moment, though. You literally think you want to get a game for your child, but they're too young to technically be playing video games. But then you look up the ESRB ratings and notice that there's one for early childhood, and Brain Games was one of those games. So you decide to get them that, and it's you got this colorful character who's limbless, and you get to learn shit along the way.
Yep, just gotta mind the ink.
But then you remember...
And also the...
Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta go for it.
But it's even though it's a fun edutainment game, remember at the end of the day, it's still Rayman 1, so you have to deal with trademark Rayman 1 bull puzzling, or platforming.
Yay, jank. Are you kidding me? Get me over. Alright,
Burger.
I'm alright. I did not
Burger,
care.
a burger and ice cream, anybody?
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, you just got a checkpoint, so you're good.
Ow. Lost all my power-ups. I lost me
I
dead.
could be wrong.
I want to grip onto these things!
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't grip onto the pencil platforms.
Don't know why you can't.
Man.
Don't make no
For-
sense.
First real life, and now I just can't handle a pencil. That's why I'm not the artist. That's why James usually plays the stage, and Hype, and practically everybody else in this call besides me.
Listen, I'm sure if you... Well, first off, I'd say you have, a little bit of experience as a colorist. That's a fairly, respectable position in the art industry.
Not one tiny...
I'm sorry, I'm just reading this up. Doug will remember what I'm talking about, but just now I'm just imagining Logan in that scenario, where, back when there was that whole debacle about, AI art, and then people were bringing up this whole, like, pencil campaign, and there was a fan-made GIF involving the age-old, like, Last Wish scene involving both Death and Puss in Boots. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
Pick it up.
I fucking
I thought you would say,
so much.
"Hey, do you want to see something cool?" And the pencil just head straight away.
Oh, that would have been painful.
I think that's called stabbing.
Hey, you want to see something cool? Must have been getting fucking punched and kicked in the face by the hammer.
But hey, it's like, and it's so wild. Like sometimes you'll have absolutely like no music, and then suddenly just like you remember, like, man, like the soundtrack of this game is like pretty fun.
Yeah. The only real downside I will say to Rayman 1's soundtrack, and I mean no real disrespect to it because it's still great in its own right. I just think most of the songs loop too quickly.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I mean, we did have to. We kind of found that out the hard way during the big wait for Logan to get his extreme thirst
Oh, really?
quenched.
That's
Yeah.
what it was all about.
Extreme.
Well, not
thirst.
entirely.
Not
This is
exclusively.
extreme thirst.
Hey, I'm lucky. Look at that.
Hey, lucky.
And luck on.
Jesus.
But watch out! Now we got astronauts on their flying saucers.
What do astronauts have to do with art?
Yes.
I mean, creativity. I mean, not every day do you see a guy surfing around on a frying pan.
I mean, let's be honest here. Like that, something that can be said for like the entirety of the Rayman franchise is that like it is not short of creativity in any of its titles, even the bad ones.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
appreciate that.
the games in general, for the most part, have always been very strong when it comes to their sense of creativity. Their sense of consistency, on the other hand, is subjective.
Yeah. Some say it is both a burden and a boon.
Yeah. I mean, you look. I guess on the bright side, it's not like you see the Rayman community often at ends like which is the superior like Rayman like lore, like, whether it be from the original or Rayman 2 or even the Origins games.
I think it's been beneficial in that like it's like that dang Nintendo meme of like there's a little bit of something for everyone like between like the stylings of between the style of Rayman 1 compared to Rayman 2 and then Rayman 3 in case you like the more combat, Rayman Origins and Legends for pure woo.
Honestly, you people really need to be more like, if you compare all the Rayman games like they're like
There's
4
not
different
really
cakes,
there.
be the dude that's like, oh sweet, 4 cakes.
Exactly. Besides, for all we know, they might all taste the same.
I think I want to do that. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Then come over here, get more health, and then now that I am small,
I could
now
be wrong.
the
I think
wall
that
up.
paintbrush enemy is new.
The what?
The one that's walking on his hands. I don't recall if that's in the original game or not.
Probably isn't.
I won't be able to go back, but it won't let me. Oh, I see why. Okay, hang on.
Who puts spikes on their rubber racers anyway?
Oh no.
Weird
Here we
people.
People that don't want them stolen?
Oh, wait a minute. Do you have to be doing this while you're shrunk?
Oh, I may have to because then I won't be able. Cause otherwise, I won't be able to go actually down. Okay, yeah, good call, good call. Get down.
Again, I hate to be a broken record. I feel like I've already said this in the last session, but I do still find it pretty impressive that, with the advancements being used for Game Maker, quote-unquote, that, we're allowed to see Rayman shrink down but still keep his base sprites. Huh.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like you can't even reach it.
There's another shiny, so maybe I have to. Hang on, let me go back to being big.
Maybe
then-
me-sized again.
What?
Weird.
Can you punch?
You know what? Let's just forget that for now. There might be something else we're missing.
Oh yeah, because there's no way I would have been able to clear that jump while small.
Fair point.
Maybe. Hey!
Aha!
There you go.
And I
Just
die to
overthinking
these
it.
guys immediately.
You sly little minx.
But yeah, how have you been today, Doug? I'm sorry about this being such a late night rendezvous.
Yeah, literally. God damn. We even
Last time we've
Fridays
done
are
something
starting-
like this.
Fridays are kind of harder to plan around now.
yeah.
Well, okay, here mainly for me it happened because I was going to like how about this? The whole thing started when I was born. No, the whole thing started when... The whole thing started with me wanting to prep for an audition that's coming up soon, and then at the same time, I usually go to the gym every Wednesday and Friday. I'm trying to, like, you know, look after myself.
Nothing wrong with that. Honestly, I'm trying to get into like a bit of a trying to get into a bit of a workout regimen myself until the weather starts to warm up a bit.
Oh. Yeah. So then the issue kind of came about from,
Just go back. You'll like,
surely nothing's bad's gonna be right behind me.
Oh. Oh dear.
That's fucked up.
Get out of here.
Ow. Get. You too.
Seriously though, who in their right mind would pierce these things?
Punk.
A kerclunkulous schnunk.
Now then.
So, am I the only one that looks at these yin yang symbols that bounce around and think to myself that those are like very elaborate erasers that just bounce?
Are they supposed to be erasers?
I mean,
I
they're
don't know,
bouncy, and this is a whole. We're in Picture City, where most, if not everything, in this level is based around, you know, like artistic utensils.
That's fair.
It's a wonderful mystical world, and I remember. I don't think it was Gui, but maybe Gui was involved with it or knew of it. But I remember that someone was actually like a long time ago. This is like back in like 2012, 2013 maybe. But like, so
Oops.
You fucked up.
I'm mad. That puts me a little ways back.
Yeah.
Alright,
Jesus.
we're running.
Oh, that's a good ways back, Devil. Damn.
But
On the
hey,
bright side, it's not. I mean, you already got the cage there and everything. So
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so
That's
we're just-
I forgot
we're
about
just
that
gonna
actually.
gun it. Yeah, we're just gonna gun it then. But yeah, so again, that is a huge help. Thank you again to the creator of this, and I don't have to go for the presents, so I can just, even though I could totally have grabbed that, I think, but anyway, just go for it. Anyway, somebody was trying to like make a 3D like a sequel to this game, like that controlled like Rayman 2, like
Oh.
a 3D platformer and stuff.
Oh, I
feel
think
like I know what you're talking
the
about.
Revenge of the
And-
Dark, right?
I believe so, and like in the first like proof of concept stage that they had was Picture City and stuff.
Right. Like I remember that. Like I want to say it's still being worked on, but I don't remember.
Honestly, with how long it's been, it's hard to say if it is or not.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, you know, fan
some-
games take a good while to make.
Hell,
So
some
I'm
of them don't even make it past like a demo or two.
So I'm totally not bitter about this, and I've been ruminating on this. I'm not. It's just
Well,
that.
what's up?
Somebody called me a Debbie Downer the other day because I was concerned about the because it looked so cool, and I'm really curious about what the demo is even going to be like. But I was mainly concerned about. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
And
just
you got someone's eye on you.
I was really concerned about that Mother 3 Paper Mario looking fan game, because the first thing I thought
yeah.
to myself was,
right.
oh my gosh, this looks so cool. How long until Nintendo finds out?
I was about to say, yeah, that they like it looks neat, but I figured at this point people have learned the lesson of like not to share this kind of stuff until it's finished.
Well, I guess there's also just a matter of fact that, you know, it depends on how much traction it does get. And if it gets, like, so much that, like, every single gaming news outlet talks about it, then, yeah, we got a problem. Oh, welcome to the show, everyone! Today's play is called The Ray Gold! Can our clever crew defeat the greedy Emery?
I'll
Let
bet.
the show begin!
Oh,
Behold. And to its credit, I don't think any of these cutscenes were in the original. You just were like, suddenly like, hey, now this, a bathtub ship.
Yeah, it just started right away.
Whoa.
oh boy, bombs.
Also, I just realized something.
What's up?
What's that?
Maybe it's due to the costume, but I swear the way these characters look, like notice the guy up there. I'm pretty sure he never wore that visor.
I don't think so either. That feels new. Huh.
I think that might just be a result of your costume. Anyway, meet Pirate Mama.
Whoa. So, use the daggers to wallop her in
There
the
you
head.
go.
Oh, jeez, man, be careful because the daggers
because those
are
daggers will fight back.
Yeah,
For the time being, you're just gonna have to mind what she launches out of her makeshift
Scroll.
rolling pin,
Yeah, she loves her rolling pins and oh.
which she can also use as a gun.
For now, though, just oh, come on.
I definitely remember this being a more tight fight in the original game. And also, not to mention the rematch you'll have with her later.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Just be mindful on the controls. And, oh gosh.
Like, say whatever you will about the cronies of Rayman's world, Pirate Mama is definitely one of the harder ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Mama, don't fuck around.
Nope. Mama don't got time to mess with little boys and their fanciful fists.
what I at least appreciate is that when it's getting close to the end, I at least appreciate, oh gosh, how the boss fights change up so that, you know, assuming you're low on health, I think sometimes the final attacks can actually be a little easier to dodge and contend with.
Interesting.
Oh,
There.
there you go.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And thus the ship has been sunk, and that dagger was able to just whiff right through Rayman's lack of legs.
I missed.
You know,
Alright,
maybe there is like a thing about, maybe there is something about to these not having limbs.
Yeah. It's very convenient. Also, behold a great amount of slippery ink.
Yeah, unfortunately, the slippery ink is about as slippery as the shiny notes, or like the whole line of like
The
notes
music.
that we saw back in
yeah.
Land.
And also, I don't know if we talked about this already, but we got also this guy again,
Ooh.
where you basically
Ooh.
you can basically use him to spin around constantly to build a momentum.
Nice.
Woo!
So we'll be making use of that wherever we can, and
You know, just this nice calming melody against this stupid Bugnuts difficulty of platforming just gives me a lot of like Bramble Brush vibes.
yeah, I can see that.
You mean Sticker Brush
Sticker
Symphony?
Brush, my bad.
Bramble Breast was the name of the song in Brawl.
No, it was still Sticker Brush and Brawl.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, no. Bramble Blast is the name of the level the first level of that Sticker Brush Symphony played in.
Oh, gotcha. Dare to dream of it. Dare to dream of a David Wise Rayman soundtrack.
Would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Though if you're really hankering for a new game with David Wise being the composer, I mean, there is that one Donkey Kong Country-like game that came out a little while ago involving those.
Go Kaze and the Wild Masks.
Not that one. It's a much newer one. It involves these two anthropomorphic mongooses.
Huh.
I think it was called like Nico Deri. Let me check.
Doko Kadorika.
though you mentioned that, like the idea of like a Wise composed Rayman game, like, would you trust him to do a good job with Rayman, or is there like another like known game composer that you would like to see tackle Rayman?
Honestly, David Wise would be a good pick. Okay, so the game I was thinking of is called Nico Derico, the Magical World.
Huh.
There's a lot of strong resemblances to the Donkey Kong Country series as well as Crash Bandicoot. Hell, the protagonists themselves kind of look like Crash Bandicoot style characters if they were made by a furry artist. And I mean, it's got soundtrack composed by David Wise. So pretty good stuff all around if you're into that kind of stuff.
I'll look that up, yeah. Ooh.
And it's got co-op, so I mean, maybe who knows? Maybe somewhere down the road we could do that game for the channel.
I need to look that up then, yeah, that sounds really fun.
You know, I'm just thinking of something now. Like, if we have like, if you know, we need to have like another Legends-inspired 2D Rayman game. Like, imagine a Rayman game of that slapsticky style, but with its soundtrack composed by Spiral Mouth.
Spiral Mouth.
I
that
do
would be
really
interesting.
I do genuinely wonder what those guys are up to.
Yeah, because I haven't
Because I enjoyed their work.
I haven't heard anything of them since like the second Crash Racing mobile game.
Right, there's that, and it's funny, like, I mentioned this when we were doing Galaxy, I think, and I didn't get my chance to say it, because, you know, Icky,
Aww.
bless his heart, is very passionate in many ways, but I know they also did compose the soundtrack for at least the first Legend of Spyro game, and, like, in a way, I'm kind of impressed, because it shows just how diverse that they are musically. Like, I figured that they were just, like, strictly a cappella stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not have known that they were involved in the Legend of Spyro series, to be honest.
I had no idea they actually did the first game on all consoles.
Well,
Obviously not the handhelds, but I want to say the console versions.
actually, it's funny because I do vaguely remember
What?
seeing the GBA version of Legend of Spyro, and I think they did still keep the original soundtrack. It's just heavily compressed.
Well, yeah, because it's the Game Boy Advance.
That is neat. I did not know that, actually. I did not know that.
Learning
Learning
done. Boom.
Oh,
Man, I miss those
something
guys.
else.
Also, damn
What
it,
have they- what have they been up to?
he went off to Candy Chateau without us.
Wait, what's up?
Man.
Dug out a BRB
Oh,
to
okay.
get food.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I mean, I don't blame them. It's freaking. It's Picture City. It's cool, and I dig the vibe, but it's Picture City.
Yeah.
Again, as I say, picture this: a whole locale that's all artsy and creative, but also hard as nails.
Yay.
That's just Rayman 1 in general. Immaculate vibes, frustrating difficulty.
That's
I-
why we don't. That's why we're very careful around here, and that's why we're playing the Redemption, because I don't
There
want
you
to
go.
subject myself to the original to the original first game again.
I mean, the fact that you even did that in the first place is still pretty respectable.
Thank
Just
you.
having to worry about even with like the whole absurd level design and whatnot, there's still the matter of having to find and free every single Electoon.
Yep, and again, they get pretty dickish about hiding some of those suckers.
Yep.
Oh.
Thinking back to when Logan did the original game for us, I don't remember a whole lot about it, but the one thing that still lives in my mind, just because I'm amused,
The
you
cats.
actually went, just because you went through the
Yeah, the
trouble of
dancing
doing
cats.
it for me, the fact that you actually added in Mamba Way with the dancing cats.
Whoa, bush.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I still think of with the really old commentary.
It's the cats doing their little boogie.
It's funny because, you know what, it's funny because, like, I do genuinely like that song, but my first time hearing it, we'll wind it back a bit when we were talking about Ace Attorney, my first time hearing that was through, like, an Ace Attorney fan animation.
Really?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
No. Got you. And you. Yeah. Nope. It's just a sim. I mean, it's just a nice, simple, like, feel good, like, platform. And again, I give him props that that one dude basically made like a huge chunk of this. I assume he had some help. Of course, he had to have help. It was a huge, big project. But like,
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Raimani had some additional help, but otherwise, I think it was mostly just done by their own hands.
Well, I mean, I guess it also helps that, like, technically a majority of the assets were already made in advance.
Oh, for sure.
marching onwards. Almost there. Alright, this is...
It does make me wonder, though, like, if it can be done with Rayman, what other games could be remade through Game Maker? It's polished in such a way where it's much better than the source material.
Well, Masks of Evil, we know that.
Oh yeah, Faces of
Faces
Evil
of
Faces of Evil, there's that.
and Wand of Gamelon. Surprisingly, that same love hasn't been given to Hotel Mario yet.
Not yet, and I'm still, like, waiting on a freaking,
Eventually.
And I'm still, oh my gosh, and I'm still waiting on someone to do something like that for freaking Zelda's Adventure, so I don't have to look back at my old.
I don't know. Like, I feel like
because oh my gosh, the load zones were such a pain.
Like, that game's infamy is entirely different from like the other two, to a point where I feel like there's a reason it's not quite as looked upon, air quotes, gracefully as the other CDI games.
It's just very silly. Come on.
It's a narrow gap.
The frickin' hell do I get myself in these situations, Rayman? Stop grabbing. No.
Calm down.
Okay, fine.
Aw, calm down, Logan. You're starting to sound like a PS1 Rayman 2 character.
There.
But pronouncing like, man, look at this guy
Stop.
pronouncing as Rayman.
Stop.
Stop.
That particular like the freaking the freaking Rayman stop like just, that, and also just like the silly teen season generally run free in my head a little bit still.
Oh yeah, like that, like the very opening bits, like that's always fun to look back on, even if it's mostly because when I first played Rayman 2, that was before I actually had a version I could save on.
Yeah.
Oh no, so you had to replay it over and over again. Man.
Well, when I rented the N64 version, yeah. Like I said, I never got a proper means to actually play it like from beginning to end until the PC version.
I'm cashing in. I'm bailing out that one. that looked like way too much. I'm. Oh no.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the show, everyone. Today's play is called The Battle of Trey.
Oh.
We are marching on the gates of Trey, but one man stands before us. Let the show begin. Now, this, I believe, is unique to Redemption. I think, but I could be wrong on that.
Let me see. Oh yeah, this definitely is.
Oh yeah, this is definitely unique.
Look at that silly looking freaking Trajan horse.
Trajan horse.
Yeah, he's not the Troy.
Oh
gosh.
Oh no, they even got a Centurion on board.
Oh, did I just... Oh, I guess I charge.
I think you're supposed to throw another another fist at the shield, maybe.
I think he tried
I
to.
forget how this.
Didn't he? Oh,
I forget how this works. Yeah, I think you got to. There you go, and then you got to hit Space Mama, or excuse me. Actually, we called her Pyro Mama. She eventually becomes Space Mama. What do we call this one?
Helen Mama? Because I imagine it's like Helen of Troy.
Oh, maybe. Also great. Okay, simple.
Or maybe just Trojan Mama.
Stuff.
Trojan Mama. There. Oh my God.
Trojan Mama.
That elicits a whole different meaning now.
Oh.
Watch out for that. She'll catfish you. Okay, let him come over here.
Come on,
Yeah.
throw your shield. Throw out your shield like you would Captain America.
Dang it. Bop him. Okay, 3 more hits. Just wait for. Oh, great! Now they're bouncing. Speaking of like random like games that I would love and am randomly like getting like some solid like remake potential now. Freaking the Glover remake.
Is it a remake? I figured they were just re-releasing like the PC version.
I was about to say, like,
consoles.
I think it's just a re-release.
It's not an HD port up, or like with quality of life features and stuff.
I mean, it might be HD porting up. I don't think it's like anything beyond just.
Watch out!
It's up
It's
to
the
something.
stone of whatever that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not that face. I'm pretty sure that didn't always have that face. You know what? Do me a favor, Logan. Pause real quick. Change back to original Rayman. I just want to confirm for sure and see if this. Okay, never mind. Maybe something happened. Never mind. Go back to the other Ray. Get the heavy metal.
There you go.
Yeah, might have been something that you toggled on to give them these faces, because I thought they used to look more like the typical Rayman 1 like model, like the googly eyes and stuff like that.
That's what I thought. I don't know what's going on. Oh gosh.
Yeah, better be careful. You only got one hit in a dream left.
Yeah, this is. These are all synced up wrong. Come all the way over here, please. Thank you. Okay, they come over here. Oh my gosh.
What will Rayman do in this predicament?
Done. What the?
Ah, not quite done.
There you go.
There you go.
One
Oh,
more.
wait,
Ah!
Hmm.
How far away does that send me?
Back to the beginning of the fight.
Be right back. There.
Oh,
There you go. Okay, now you're almost done. Just gotta watch out for the statue. There you go.
Doug is back.
just
Oh
in
my
time
gosh.
for the finale.
Well, not. Are you kidding me? No, her name's Space Mama.
Not Trojan, Mama.
We gotta get to space. Spice!
Spice!
Sorry.
All right, next up we have.
Probably.
Yeah, let's go to art. Man, that hits too. Okay, never mind. Reading.
do this
What was
first.
it called? Reading Rainbow.
Riding the rainbow.
Riding the Rainbow. Okay, I was about to say, wait, they didn't just name themselves after the freaking TV show, did they?
Take a look.
Damn it.
It's in a book. Rayman Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow.
I'll ask these guys. Hey, look, concept art.
Hey, concept art. Ba-da-ba.
I need to keep an eye out for that bzit skin too. Oh, jeez.
Ouch. Smile. Man, wouldn't it be some shit if at one of these points, like, Rayman accidentally got himself a black eye, and then, there's the photographer taking the shot.
He's like blinking mid-shot and just like, how do I look?
You saying that, all I can imagine is Mordecai not blinking at all because of peeps.
Oh. Oh boy, oh boy.
And then he took a shot mid-spit.
Okay, come on. Oh my. Okay, get the medallion.
You know,
magic thing, yay.
a shot mid-spit, that reminds me of a joke I remember a lot of people made, back when we were blue-balled with the idea of Rayman being in Smash because of his Wii U trophy. Like I remember, apparently it actually changed in the final game, but the original model that they used for it, everyone joked that it looked like he was in mid-sneeze.
It did. It really did. Also, I'm still... No disrespect to the Fire Emblem fans. I know they had, everything. They pretty much had the world handed to them with that announcement way back when.
Mhm.
I was so fucking bitter when it turned out that, they post that whole screenshot of Rayman, dead midnight. And then the next day, Fire Emblem characters are announced.
So many Fire Emblem characters. Uh-oh.
If it's any consolation, I think even Fire Emblem fans aren't really that privy on Corrin.
Not Corrin. That was back when, Robin and Lucina were confirmed.
Oh, okay.
It was too many of them.
It's just too
I have
many.
so many.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'd say that was before there was way too many characters.
Right,
What
like
have they done
Robin,
for
I
the
feel
community?
like Robin, I felt like had enough different to him to where he justified his existence.
Right.
I ask you, what have they done for the community?
I don't know.
Damn it!
I guess it's kind of funny, though, because when that game initially came out, that was before Roy was confirmed to be DLC, so you can start making the argument there wasn't that much in the way of Fire Emblem bloat yet.
And it's fine. Like
Yeah,
I think people just excuse Roy simply because he was a Melee veteran.
Right. That was literally one of, if not his first actual game. Like, just before he got his own.
And the exception with
Yep.
his moves in Smash as well, from what I remember at least.
That too.
Yeah. Man, I still remember driving out with my brother because I was so excited to play Smash 4, at a Best Buy and stuff. It was like a rare, it was when they were doing that limited preview at Best Buy.
Right. There was
Right.
that. I mean, I still remember, back when they were delivering when they released the demo for the 3DS version, and I remember putting a lot of time into that one.
Aww.
It's kind of similar to me with my uncle, because that was around the time where my cousin was actually born. So funny enough, we were playing video games when he had the time to play.
Nice. Let's move.
One more for the collection.
I need to move this a bit closer.
Not too close.
You
Well,
fucked up!
that's
Oh,
wow, that's awkward.
Alright,
But I think
Link
you should, yeah, there you go.
Alright, the ink hasn't caught up with us yet, so...
I think it might. I don't think it's even risen up yet.
Yeah, it's. I don't think it's chasing you anymore.
Probably because they understand that that particular section just then was a little bit of an annoyance. Grab that for the next stage, and let's go.
Well, at least you can say you're blazing through this pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find more presents though. I feel like I've been missing some of them. I hope not.
Oh.
Oh, not this again!
Oh boy. Oh, that's right. This is the level where the ink rises and then sinks.
Oh.
Like, this is around the time when I actually kind of just rage quit the original Rayman game because the level in question did involve this gimmick.
Dang.
Yeah, basically just keep in mind, like, how, like, the platforms, whether there's, ink on them or not, because I'll tell you how far I'll go up.
Do this old trick of crouch and hook. Throw and crouch. Throw and crouch. Throw and crouch. Oh, just freaking.
You know, as cool as the physics are on the fifth system in this game, it just does kind of make you appreciate how the later games didn't have to make you worry so much about stuff like this.
Agreed.
Like, you have Rayman 2, where for some whatever reason, and it's never been replicated ever again, save for like maybe one other exception. Oh, this is shut up.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Also, I'm getting a phone call. What am I doing? What am I doing here?
We already had to deal with him drinking his sorrows away. You really gotta put him through more?
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I have an announcement.
Barry Allen is... Like, there was that, and...
Okay, I got it.
Oh, hello.
Welcome back.
I love it. I love having to go out and get Amazon. Alright.
Aw.
Some still shit.
Well, hold on. No, you can save yourself from this. Try doing it in the opposite direction.
Oh, to ricochet off the...
There you go.
Harder!
Yeah, worst case scenario, this is usually how you do it.
Come on! Okay, oh jeez.
Ow.
Good call, good call. Just go for it.
And you're good.
Yay!
Okay, maybe we should rephrase
Bruh.
ourselves when we say you're good.
I love how long it takes him to shout that like he drowns forever. Oh gosh, pencil, pencil, pencil.
What does help in Redemption's case is that whenever you do die and you have like several speed power-ups stocked up, you only lose like one per death.
Which is handy, especially because I want to keep the power. Also, I see a chest. We're gonna wait for that.
The original Rayman will not give you that luxury because if you did die, not only would you lose all your quote-unquote power, like your additional health, you would lose all of your fist upgrades.
Dang. What if it? Okay, hold on. There's more. I want the more.
Ooh!
You know what?
I'm
You
a greedy
should have been painted purely black when you get out of there.
Right?
That would be an interesting attention to detail.
Just whoop, just a little bit of my toes. Stop pointing up, Rayman. Oh, damn it. Because you saw him, he's looking like, you see this shit?
It's like, go up. No, I'm going down.
But like, look at that. He's like, man, you seeing this shit? Weird.
I'm coming up. No, I'm coming down.
It's like, man, you ever notice that my world is kind of weird?
Yeah.
I actually was so happy the other day. Somebody, of all things, somebody I somebody I knew drew a little bit of fan art based on 12 Tasks.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, it was nice. It was neat. It was neat little idea. It was based off of the It was like mid motion based.
Look at that
It was
little
mid
guy.
motion based off of the fight with the German like Taekwondo master or whatever.
Oh yeah,
against Obelix.
Cylindric the German.
Cylindric the German like grabbing Obelix and tossing him about. Anyway.
No, all hope is lost. The anti-tune stole my art kit. I'll never paint again.
Well, we gotta go find your paint.
He says as he's literally sitting and moping on a giant vat of paint, on a giant paintbrush with a vat of paint below him.
Well, he
got
needs
it.
the brush.
Oh, what if the solution to the puzzles you're standing in it? Anyway.
Is this really my art kit? How can I ever repay you? Wait, I have an idea. The road ahead is full of obstacles, so let me give you a new power-up to help. Here,
Oh?
take this paint fist. You can use it to make temporary platforms on any paper wall.
So bam.
This, I believe, is unique to Redemption.
Yep. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of like how this would even work, if at all, in the original Rayman.
Likely wouldn't have been able to, but I think it's a cool idea.
I know. I think it's creative.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh.
So as far as like it
needs to be a
being,
little higher.
oh, that's how it's temporary.
Yeah, it's temporary paint.
Yeah, at least you can jump up and through them, so. Perfect for me. Alright, continue.
Honestly, as far as like the unique power-ups in this game are concerned, like there's the painter one, and we did have the rings. We did have that ring power-up that we've been using every once in a while now. Otherwise, I think everything else was lifted straight from the original game.
Yeah. Oh, this is not good. I need to be further.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't paint that far off from the canvas, if at all.
There you go.
Gotta mind the pins.
And woo. Thank you. And down we go. Okay.
I just realized something. Pause real quick. Okay, we can't see it here. Never mind. Well, I was actually gonna check and see like how many Electunes you've saved so far.
Oh. Oh, you think it's time for my next health upgrade, maybe?
I want to say so, because you only need to save 50 for your next upgrade.
I'm trying to remember, like, when was the last time we upgraded our health?
Last
It was a
session.
while ago.
It was
Back in the
before-
last session.
Yeah, it was before Bandland, I think. So.
Yep, you need 10 Electunes for the first upgrade, 50 for the second one, and I think you need to rescue all the rest of them, or not of the rest of them, more like 100 of them in order to get the last upgrade. Or maybe you do need to free all of them. I don't entirely remember.
We'll figure it out. Up 2, up 3. Damn
One
it.
thing we will probably have to consider showing off, even if it requires using our main safe file or whatever, is that you do unlock a super exclusive level for beating all of the for freeing all the Electunes as well.
Ooh.
I will probably use a cheat code or something. I'm sure I can find one that gives me every tune or something.
Or unlock every level.
That'd be nice. Alright. There we go. Hey! Go ho there. Up.
Yo,
2.
ho.
Yo-ho. I believe I can actually make it. Yep. Perfect.
Oops.
Oh.
Come on.
Dang.
What are you looking at, doofus?
Are you looking at Butthead?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Beat it, doofus.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, great. Now I gotta do it even harder. Now it's even harder.
I'm just suddenly so random. I'm just thinking like, my life's still living. Hello.
Oh, buddy. Beat it, doofus. Hello, Loop.
Wow, I have to get all the way. Oh my gosh. Okay.
You look half stupid as I did.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this. Nice. Okay, get out of there.
And save the best for last. It's your son. Eviction.
It's you. Gosh, okay, despawn it. I don't
It
want
was this level that prompted Logan that maybe I should stop being a colorist.
You know what? Oh, you know what? Fair enough.
Oh, come on, Logan. I liked your coloring. You had a decent outing as it.
Decent out. You gave it your fair shot.
Well, I say decent outing for it is because you don't do it often, and that's a shame.
Because I'm not coloring like. Oh no.
Oh no.
Down he goes.
I can only imagine what you're gonna get out of clearing this whole obstacle course.
I'm gonna be very mad if it's not something useful.
Maybe, I mean, it could be another cage, or it could be another medallion piece.
Bruh.
Okay, back in the center. And up. We go. It's been long. Enough. It is past 8.
What say you see? 8 o'clock.
Honestly, just go. Just hit the goal.
One more shot. One more shot.
One more college try.
I mean, keep into account, it's 8 for you guys, it's 10 for me, and Lord knows it's much later for Doug.
4:10 in the morning.
I was like, it's tomorrow. Got it.
You did it.
Oh, it's a cage.
In a cage.
I mean, technically he's not wrong.
Alright, and... Oh, no.
I think they expected to literally, like, crawl through all that. Man, now I got paint all over my new suit.
Oh my gosh, done. Yeah, I
Jesus.
missed the treasure. I missed a present there.
We'll worry about it later.
Well.
Alright, space
For
bomb.
now, let's head on to the crater.
Alright, last level. Then we get the
And then we can go say, have y'all selves a night.
Well, you guys will have yourselves a night. I might end up, like, doing a little bit of, like, mixing or whatnot before I head to bed.
I'm still need to
still
show
got
Sam the rest of season 2 of regular show.
Would
Oh
she even
my
still be
gosh,
awake
you're
by
doing
the
that
time
to me.
you get to her?
Yeah, she's still awake.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, she's 7
what do I
hours
wanna-
behind me, so.
I never really bothered to ask her how long she tends to stay up. I always figured she's as much of a night owl as the rest of us.
She is. Insomnia's a bitch.
Well, I mean, it's insomnia for you guys. For me, it's just... I don't really feel like it just yet.
Honestly, just the same here.
Irresponsibility!
Exactly.
Party!
There is a part of me that is debating if I would do something so crazy, so vile.
Well, why would...
Vile in what sense?
Legally, I can't. The fact that I was considering that. Oh, and that's why he's down here to fix you back. Big. That because I'm gonna be
Bigger.
because I'm gonna be more bigger. The fact that I'm driving down with Matt for a trip that we're planning in April. Visiting a schmuck on like midway down.
Oh.
I have no idea the time, so I can't commit to nothing.
I see you.
Zap. Oh my god.
I got my eye on you.
I got my eye on you.
I
Oh my gosh,
am
jaywalking.
Slender Man.
What?
That's apparently, supposedly, if Oni plays is to be trusted, which maybe they are. Supposedly that is a line from Samuel L. Jackson in that one Miss Peregrine's Home for Gifted Children movie or whatever.
Ah.
Oh no!
Oh, now you got the speedier saucers.
Mmm.
The sharpeners.
The other ones were only playing on 50cc. Now you got these schmuckheads playing on 200.
Gosh, I remember being such unfair, like trying to drive at 200cc. It's fun. Oh no!
Meanwhile, you have Doug. It's like, I don't see what the big deal is.
I'm just vibing here.
Hey, I'd like to get there today. He says to the guy driving 200cc.
Don't worry, Pops. We're almost to the 4th race.
Yeah, don't worry, Pops. The race is already over.
Yeah.
I do gotta wonder what things are gonna be like moving forward with like Mario Kart 9 and like now that we're playing a Mario Kart where 200cc will likely be there right from the get-go.
Matt,
And it's like
actually, yeah, just imagine 200cc with the now 20 racer count we're going to be having now.
oh, I'm sure it's gonna be a ton of fun. But it also just makes me think now, it's like I've noticed since Mario Kart DS, it's kind of just been a thing where like 100, like 50 and 100cc just feel a little too slow for my tastes. And then it comes, and then so from near 150cc or bust, and then you got 200cc, which is like even faster than that. But unfortunately, the tracks otherwise weren't built for that speed. So I can only imagine how much more that might escalate with the Mario Kart 9 or 10 or whatever they decide to call the new game.
Right, because like I guess we don't, unless you really want to count Tour, I don't think we've had a proper 9 yet.
Nope.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they do end up calling it Mario Kart 10 just to count Tour. Or no, they might give it a more unique nickname for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't had that in a long
Go
time.
back to the days of Double Dash and RKGP.
I had a dumb name in mind. Like it might be something they do for all I know, but I just had a dumb idea in mind where it's like Mario Kart Super.
Mario Kart Super.
No, I don't
That's
see
it.
actually what the heck was the point of this. There's another sharpener there, and I don't know for what. Oh, maybe it was because that was the original way you're supposed to get that one up. I don't care. Oh no. I panicked.
I
Okay. We got the goodies.
Do you think by this point, if you did have the classic mode on, you would have had a game over at any point?
Well, maybe. How many lives do they give you?
To start off with, I want to say 4 or 5 lives.
I feel like I probably would have.
Well, I mean, granted, this game also does save how many lives you get per save. So I'd assume by now, assuming you haven't been wasting them all like an absolute jackass, probably around 20, 30 maybe?
Okay, I see. We gotta ride the yin yang ball. Yeah.
Ride it to the exclamation point.
Yahoo!
Please get me out of the exclamation point. Oh, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
Hello.
So this is what it looks like to have art block.
So this is what it feels like to have my brain wired directly to the art.
I don't like art block.
Oh, art block can suck at.
Yeah.
Though it also is just it's also just a sign that you're it's usually a sign that you are still steadily improving, or at the very least, either your art's improving or your what's the word? Your taste, not your taste, but more so like your judgmental eye on art.
Right.
Like what you see as good or what's bad, and then I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's hard. It sucks to be stuck in a slump.
I was about to say, I think for me it really is just like not even just a matter of that, it's just more so a matter of drive, where it's like I want to draw, but my body doesn't want to for some reason.
Yeah.
I think I could see that happening. Damn it. I can see that happening.
Sometimes it just. Good.
I can see that happening where, like, sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know what to draw. I have so many options. Like, I can't just pick one, like, project. Or...
Yeah, sometimes it's like that, or like in my
Every time. I
time,
keep overshooting
or sometimes in my case it's like I know what to draw. Like I have it in my head. I have the art program pulled up, my stylus in my hand, and it's just like it's like the equivalent of SpongeBob trying to write his essay.
I have a... See, I have a solution to that, but I don't think anyone would listen to me. It'd be like I would speak the truth, and they would reject me.
Why? What is it?
What?
That if ever you get like that, and you're like, what do I draw? Simple. You draw. You're the reason why cavemen paint on walls, and I want you to draw. And I want you to draw that.
Okay, well, but I guess that's. Well, here's another question, Kimosabi. Who would be the one that inspired the cavemen?
The guy.
Oh, so you just want me to draw that guy specifically?
Only if you have art block. So don't you ever have art block. I beg you, do not. I don't want to see you draw that.
I thought because I thought the way you word it is that like just have it like just do that scenario, but just with any character that tickles my fancy. I didn't think you wanted me to do like the actual pool guy.
This is do you think I want you to have art block? This is a challenge. I saw somebody come up with that idea once of like That's my new. That's my new marketing scheme for this channel to really take take it to the next level. You have to pay. It's like it's reverse OnlyFans.
Reverse OnlyFans.
It's called you have to pay me so I don't make one. And I tell you, we're gonna have subscribe. We're gonna be rolling in it.
You know what? That sounds like something. I feel like that's something I should take advantage of because, like, I'm trying to like push commission sales and whatnot. Like, even having like a February sale at the time of recording this, and I feel like with how barely ever sales work, I get the feeling it's like people would sooner pay me to not sell them art than anything.
Oh, I don't know if that's true. Okay. Likely, by the sound of this music, there's ink arising, I assume, and I don't know. But we're super close. I feel
Where's the ink?
Well, we're waiting.
Don't make me seem a fool, Mr. Inkman.
I at least believe this is the last screen before we fight Space Mama properly.
I believe so.
Lord, I hope so.
God. Hup. Hup. Thank goodness.
Up and 2
Can't
and
do that.
3 and 4 and up
Think I
and
can just
2
do
and
that all
3
the
and
time?
4.
Oh, I'd hate to alarm you boys. We're already a few minutes past the 2-hour mark.
Well, okay, granted, I'm gonna cut out a good chunk of this because of my dumb...
Because of your extreme thirst.
Yes. Yes.
Extreme first.
Rayman, are you happy? Rayman, do you like that
still-
number?
I am still gonna be genuinely curious how much of any of that you're gonna keep in.
I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna keep it. Like, if it's amusing stuff, I'm sure I will.
But that's why I asked, because I like to think a lot of what we said there is fairly amusing in its own right.
Well, that's why I trust you guys. Right? Ain't that right, Rayman? Now. This is the part. This is where it comes out. Like, I feel like this is like the first time you've been with us at this time of night, Doug. When suddenly the dumbest stuff comes out and just starts really making us laugh.
No, I don't think this is the first.
That's literally what Rayman does whenever he begs for food.
That's how I felt earlier.
That's what, you know what I'm also thinking? If for the sake of rhetorics, say Rayman decides that he does, say, like, for the sake of argument, Rayman does find women attractive, like, he comes across, like, a particularly attractive one, let's say for the sake of rhetorics, Lee, and, like, instead of saying anything, he just, like, his pure instinct is just, hang on, I'm gonna wait till, his pure instinct is just,
I like to imagine this is nervous laugh, like, hey, how's it going? I flew into this bar from Miami, and boy, my arm's tired. And then actually after that, we had to go. It just continues from there.
Hey, Haley, are you an angel? Because I'm allergic to feathers.
And then I cracked myself up with my stupid laugh just then.
This is probably not the kind of content you'll see from us again if ever we don't record this late at night.
Hooray. Dude, we are so taking off after this.
We're taking
off in what context, if I could ask?
I'm leaving tonight. No.
And I'm keeping the jewelry.
No.
I'm taking the kids with me.
But we don't have kids.
All 800 of them?
Yes.
I'm gonna miss them. I miss Johnny and Jimmy and Billy and Carrie and and then just lists all of them like back to back. You ever seen that animation of Olimar kissing every one of his Pikmin goodnight?
I remember.
Yes.
Hello, Jeremy the Pikmin, because I name all of my Pikmin.
And it's just like rapper, like, oh no.
I mean, it's still more. I mean, to be fair, it's still more humane than what Louis would do. He would probably just like eat them all one after another.
I don't know why when you're doing that fast speech talk there, the first thing that came into my fucking mind is Jet imagining fucking Wave in a high-pitched tone, like speaking fast.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Today's play is called Space Wars Episode 25, Attack of the Raelian.
Oh no.
The brave space mama must eliminate the disgusting alien before it conquers the whole galaxy.
Alright.
Let the show begin.
And with that, we are finally here. Space.
The final boss.
Oh.
Okay, no, not
Is that
really.
a washing machine?
It's a washer. Yeah.
Oh, devil.
And
Oh, okay.
Space Mama.
I was about to say, before Space Mama appeared, I was about to say, oh, devil, damn it, it's the rabbit's time-traveling washer.
Oh my god.
Not wrong, but yeah. This is our final boss. Again, why she is
Picture
called
City.
Space Mama. Well, final boss of this area. This session, anyway.
So the unfortunate thing is that, I mean, she's still got her rolling pin, which she's fashioned into a laser gun. She's also got a whole bunch of, honestly, this isn't even her worst attack, though, because over time, she'll start flying all over the place and leaving a whole bunch of boiling stew pots.
Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that. For now, we're getting pretty far. Here we go, I think.
Yeah, it should be. Yep, here we go.
Basically, just avoid the lids is all you gotta worry about.
And both the lid and the pot.
Oh, dear.
So, you know. I saw
It
it.
might not seem bad now, but she gets pretty tricky with her patterns later.
Oh,
Stop it.
get some help.
I'm not in the mood for soup.
Stop!
Oh my gosh.
Stop!
Stop!
Okay, we're safe here.
Oh, okay.
You know, after this fight, you'll be happy that Razov offed her in the third game.
Oh, that's right. It was confirmed that, like, is it like you see her like
You see her head among Razov's many trophies.
I
Oh
did
my
not
gosh,
know that,
wow.
actually. Devil damn.
I didn't look that up. I didn't realize that either. Alright, 4 more hits.
It's one of those details that's pretty easy to miss unless you're really paying attention to all the knickknacks and whatnot inside it. Oh yeah, that's right. She also drives the freaking washer.
Oh, boy.
And has a laser beam installed in
I
it.
take it that's a Redemption exclusive.
Yes.
I don't remember if it is or not.
This feels like, looking at its animation, it feels like it is, but
Yeah, you're right.
we just need to stay close to it. Wait for it to run out of juice. Bop it.
Twist
Wait
it.
for it to fly around. Maybe wondering how it even gets power without its electric cord and whoa.
I think maybe she already charged up just prior to this whole performance.
Which I'm actually happy with, because in the original, she used to be annoying and would like hide behind her washer and stuff. So,
Right.
I guess not this again.
Oh.
Okay, it's fine. At least she's doing fewer of them now.
Yep. I mean, there's only so much she can do now that she's lost her washership.
Oh. And thankfully, I don't think she ever even changes where she holds her gun.
Nope.
I feel like she used to in the original, like hold it up or down.
I forget if she ever did or not.
Yeah. And with that, dodge. Be
And
gone.
thus, that is the end of the third act.
Yeah.
That made you look. There we go. Space Mama is no more in Picture City. We leave behind.
Thank
For in the next round, a casino. Casino.
Hey, welcome to the skis. Oh, you got it. Sorry.
Try out the slot machine and gamble away all your things. There's some special prizes you can win. Okay.
I'm still curious why the Mook has that jaw and that visor. Like, I'm still convinced that's something that came about from you putting on this whole suit.
I don't know. Here, you know what?
You know what? Hold on. You know what? Yeah, exit and put back your old suit and try again. Because again, I've never seen that before.
Okay, let's see. Confirm.
Then again, I guess also because I rarely have ever put on the suits. Yeah, I don't think Bizet and wouldn't that have been funny?
No, it's
That's weird. Maybe that's just something they added on recently, or Or I don't know.
Yeah.
There might be something. There might be a reasoning for it. Maybe Raimani could explain that further in a post or whatever. Maybe they already have. I don't know. Oh, hey, you won one of this thing's exclusive new skins.
Yep, you can see up there up top. You can see how many skins and how many magician tokens there are to win.
Sweet.
Come on. Hey.
Tings!
Thank you.
Hey, you got a token.
Okay, you get the gist. Let's see what that new skin I got was, and then we'll stop.
Then we'll stop.
It's probably further in the back. Yeah.
Tonic.
Hey, now it looks like Ed.
Oh, would you look at that?
Hey,
One thing I
that's
would have
gonna be
appreciated, because I know there are some skins that do this, if they changed his head to look like Ed's head.
That would be pretty cool. I won't lie. That
wacky.
there.
All right. So that's it.
Oh, actually, hold on. One last thing you should do.
Oh, right.
Pause real quick. Yeah, you are not
Because I have
Attila.
Attila, Doi, not Lee. Lee's not yet. Yeah, I definitely have enough.
Lee doesn't exist in Rayman's world.
Hey, I broke into open 50 cages. Give me that
Now
hat.
now you got a little extra.
Yeah. How many do I need
Now let's
now?
see what you need in order to unlock the last one.
120. So
Okay, so you got to break all of
So
them.
you gotta have
At
a
least-
Rayman.
God.
So you gotta have a Mario 64 save file.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, I do believe I could, yeah. I know there's, like, somewhere, maybe it's not until, like, after you've beaten the game or, like, later. Isn't there, like, aren't you, like, able to, like, buy, like, an actual, like, radar that will show?
Yes. That actually will be coming up in the next world.
Okay, so yeah, we'll save up for that, because now that'll be useful if I'm going for goodies. But, yeah. In that case, thank you all for joining us. My gosh, I have a lot of editing to go ahead of me.
Sorry.
So yeah, in the next part of Rayman Redemption, we have 2 more classic worlds, the Cave of Scops. Actually, no, 1 classic and 1 world entirely brand new for this Redemption game after the Cave of Scops. So join us next time, everyone.
Hope you all got your thinking caps for the next session.
Oh,
Good night.
doodaloo.
I'm a collapse.
Considering we are allegedly getting more than one Rayman game in the future, maybe they could potentially revitalize that Mr. Dark design for one of them.
I can already see that limbless monkey's paw curling right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like, for as much as Ubisoft doesn't like their own Devil Name mascot, considering where they're at financially, I kind of feel like they have no choice but to suck it up and start giving us some more Rayman stuff.
Literally, yeah.
Or, yeah, I mean, it's kind of just come to a point now where, like, they need to start really getting back into the gamers' good graces, and not just those that are blindly devoting themselves to, like, I don't know, the Tom Clancy shit.
Yeah. Which, you know, I'm sure that has its audience.
Oh, it does.
They just have to remember they have an audience outside of that.
They have an audience outside of gritty shooters.
Yeah, gritty shooters and whatever Far Cry is.
Also a gritty shooter.
Oh, okay, so that also is shooting. For a minute, I thought that had, like, more to it than gunplay.
No, not really.
Okay, I've not played any of the Far Cry games, so I wouldn't know.
You're fine.
From front to back, the only one I've seen was Far Cry 5. Although I have heard, you know, the apex of the series is primarily the third one. And also,
Okay.
to a lesser extent, a Blood Dragon.
Right. You know what, I guess I could ask that of you, Doug. Like, have you actually played any other of Ubisoft's franchises outside of Rayman?
I remember playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3, but that was, like, maybe, I want to say 10 minutes, because it was my brother's copy.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't really remember at the moment.
If it's not Rayman, the only other series that they own that I've had any sort of experience or exposure to is the Prince of Persia games, namely. There's the classical one, which, you know, used to belong to someone else before Ubisoft took the rights and, you know, made the most of it with the Sands of Time trilogy. Beyond that, though, I played that. I did briefly sample the reboot that came out back in 2000 and... It was like in the late 2000s or early 2010s, but it was like that one reboot that had a pretty snazzy looking prince with a very hand-holding experience, for lack of a better word. It was just something that never really caught on. But there was that. There was also like a quote-unquote remake of the classic game that came out for downloadable services, and I mean that was okay for what it was worth. And then very recently, I did try a Lost Crown, and it's like, man,
Yeah.
that game deserved so much better than what it got. And it's unfortunate because I know deep down the primary reason is because unless you're talking to, like, again, the the Rainbow Six crowd, it's like, or the Far Cry crowd, most people are not going to bother buying these games at launch because they know they're going to go on a heavy discount later. It's also the same reason why the Mario plus Rabbids series kind of floundered after, we got Sparks of Hope, because most people didn't bother to buy it because they knew it was going to get discounted later.
Yeah.
It's just an unfortunate predicament Ubisoft put themselves in, and I mean, there's no way in hell they're going to be bouncing out of that anytime soon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing what exactly happens to him in the next couple of years or so.
For real.
Logan must be attending to an extreme thirst for being as dumb as long as he is.
Yeah, for real. This is an extreme thirst. You know what, I guess I can also say, aside from, Rayman and Prince of Persia, I mean, I did try Beyond Good and Evil for a little bit, and I mean, I can understand why it has the cult following it has, and also can understand why people were very bitter about how they've been treating, the possibility of a sequel.
Yeah, assuming we're still gonna get it, because, like, I swear, every time I hear about it, it keeps going back from alive and dead more times than a zombie.
Yeah, no, I think it's just, unfortunately, I just see it suffering a similar fate to what Duke Nukem Forever did, where, like, it'd been announced ages ago, kept getting delays, people thinking it's practically just as good as canceled, then it gets revived, and then by some miracle, for lack of a better word, it does come out, and then it turns out, oh no, it's actually turned into a piece of shit, like it was destined to be.
Man. It's a shame because, like, but I've heard relatively good things about the first Beyond Good and Evil. Like, that feels like a game that does deserve to have at least a decent follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, hell, I guess even now, considering, Ubisoft has made the effort to re-release it on modern consoles.
Yeah. And actually, I might be wrong, correct me if I am, but, like, didn't the original Beyond Good and Evil technically end on a bit of a cliffhanger?
Oh, it absolutely ended on a cliffhanger, which, considering that the sequel that we know of so far was trying to treat itself as a prequel, oops.
Yeah, oops.
Yeah, this is one of those things you never really see coming. But, I mean, yeah, aside from that, I guess, I don't know if I'd really count this as a non-Rayman game, considering it has very similar origins, but I guess there's also Tonic Trouble.
Yeah.
Which, again, we will be covering after we're done with this, so stay tuned for that.
That's going to be interesting to see.
Honestly, about it. Like, I can't think of any other Ubisoft-centric games I'm, like, or series, rather, that I'm, like, super invested in. It's just Rayman, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess this might be a cheat, but are we counting Mario plus Rabbids, since Ubisoft did technically make those?
I guess we could, yeah. I guess there's that too. But you know what? I don't count that because I just count that as more as the Mario series at large rather than Rayman or I guess you could say Rabbids. But it's also a matter of like honestly beyond the Mario plus Rabbids games, I don't follow anything else involving those little boogers.
That's fair.
Like they had their chance when they were still tied to Rayman, and then they just absolutely wiped the floor with the poor guy, and then just separated from him. And aside from Rabbids Go Home, there isn't really much else to talk about.
Yeah.
I guess on that note, though, I wouldn't mind seeing that get a re-release at some point or another. But that's just one of those, pray in one hand, get shit in the other.
Yeah. Maybe one day they give us like a new port up of that, because you know what? That is another game that I've contemplated on trying eventually, considering its like surprisingly nice reception.
Logan, you got your drink yet?
I guess not.
What do you think you want to get to drink?
I don't know, a tall glass of plum juice for all I care.
I'm thinking it's probably Nog.
Nog? At this time of year?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, what's a drink you can drink that takes a long time to actually finish?
I guess a milkshake?
Oh, yeah. It could be, like, an especially thick milkshake that he's just choosing to chug raw.
Yeah, like, forget having a straw or a spoon. Just freaking, like, shove that thing straight in your face.
Straws and spoons are for peasants, and Logan is a king.
I am a king among men, and I say, use your bare hands.
I'll have you know that this brain freeze that I'm currently suffering through is my crown.
God.
You say that. It's I honestly just imagine instead of a crown, he easily just puts a freaking, like, I don't know, Slurpee cup on his head and calls that his crown.
And
Well, I guess it could be worse. You could just be some lonely guy with a tub full of strawberry ice cream in a movie theater.
what if that's what he's actually chugging? Like, not even just a milkshake, just a tub of ice cream.
Yeah, even worse. It probably is already half melted.
Actually, if it's melted, that'd probably make drinking it easier.
Oh yeah, that would help. But it's also a matter of, like, I guess it depends on how long you keep that thing melted.
Yeah.
Honestly, Logan, if you're watching this part, you could kindly cut most of this out. We're just being idiots.
No. I'm curious. Like, I want to know, like, how much of this he will cut and how much of it he wants to keep. Because I imagine there might be some parts that might pique his interest.
So long as it's not the whole 10 minutes or so we've been gabbing while he was out.
Oh no, like I don't expect him. Oh no, that's that. I don't expect him to keep all 10 minutes. I just want him to keep the parts that he thinks are the funniest to hear without context.
That's fair. Well, you know what? If he's gonna take this long to get himself a drink, I'm gonna go grab me one myself. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
I swear, if Logan comes back the second James left.
Dude, that would be so fucking ironic.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time something like that happened. Logan, I am talking to you as you edit this video. Whatever you're chugging at this moment, I hope it was delicious.
I hope it's fucking delicious. That is making me stay up at currently fucking 2:43 in the fucking morning, so I can get back to Sam to watch fucking regular show, you motherfucker.
Do you see what your drinking problem is doing to him, Logan? Your problems are becoming problems for everyone else.
God.
You see, this is why you and James got divorced, because you wouldn't put down the bottle.
That fucking playthrough was something, man. We don't need another repeat.
Yeah, that was fun.
Alright, I'm back.
Or
Yeah,
left.
I see Logan's still not back with his own drink.
Yeah, it's just we're so ashamed of him at this point. Like, we thought the breakup would have been a good sign for him to put down the ball, but no.
What is this, like his 5th or 6th breakup now?
Who really knows?
Sometimes he's gonna have to look in the mirror and think to himself, is this a sign?
He just looks in the mirror, and then the mirror looks back at him and goes, "Is this what you want with your life? To cause everybody nothing but strife?" I'll get back to you with the rest of the lyrics.
Seriously, though, now I'm concerned. It feels like it's already been, like, what, 15 minutes now since he went BRB?
Humor me on this. I know it won't happen, but humor me on this. What if he obviously he edits a lot of this out, but what if this entire wig just eventually becomes like its own separate part?
God. That'd be embarrassing for all of us.
Like fucking Find the Computer Room's Sonic 06 loading screen video.
I mean, I don't know. I'm currently entertained by all this.
I mean, especially around these hours, might as well have fun with it.